with that aspect. After we make a ruling on the question of joining for purposes of cross-examination, then that will be done, okay? But for the time being, respond by close of business today. Whatever submissions you want to file, put them in, exchange, so that tomorrow morning we will see that material, and you see, we must consider it to be able to give you a ruling one way or the other, isn't it?
Much obliged,
Thank
Chair.
you. Are we satisfied with that?
That's fair.
Thank you.
We are satisfied with that. The matter can proceed.
Thank you very much.
Much obliged.
Council, yes.
I don't need the screen, just switch off the screen. Peter, I'm saying I don't need the screen, seeing the screen there. Professor, so I will get to know you. Just tell me the title of your PhD thesis. What was the title of your PhD?
I don't think it's relevant to my affidavit.
It is very relevant, Professor. I'm done asking the question. You're not a lawyer. Please, ask my question. What is the title of your PhD? Because you're called professor, so I need to know why you're called a professor.
My PhD was on amino acid fermentation in the rumen.
Just repeat again the title of the thesis?
Amino acids, fermentation of amino acids in the rumen.
So what area of study? Is this biology?
It's rumen microbiology.
Okay. That's easy. It's not hard, Professor. Last week, you had a press conference. You said you were hiding. Where were you hiding, and from when to when? During the elections period. You told the country you were hiding. I don't know from who.
There has been a lot of insecurity at the Tally Center. As you recall, a number of our staff were abducted at the Tally Center. Many of them are frightened, and there has been a lot of scaring amongst the staff, including ourselves, who were hurt at the Tally Center. And because after announcing the results, we did not know what would happen to any of us, then we decided we were going to go into a safe place as we observed the happening.
My understanding, Prof, was that you were hiding before the results were announced. Are you now saying that you were hiding after the results were announced?
No, we never hid before the results were announced.
Okay.
It was after the results were announced.
Okay, fine. Just give us the layout of Bomas, the various activities being done at Bomas. Where were they? I mean, the tallying center, verification, where the commissioner's holding room, the CEO's office. Just a brief layout of the structure.
When you enter into Bomas, on your left, the huge building that you see there is where the CEO sits of Bomas. And that's where I think the board of Bomas also has a boardroom there, which is the CEO's boardroom. And since we were using Bomas, our CEO was also given an office in that particular building. At the bottom that's on the top floor, but at the bottom of that building is where we had our call center. We had a team of people that were receiving information and making communication with our field staff across the country. So it was our call center. After that, as you move into Bomas, then there is another big building. That is where the verification process was happening. And in that building, the setup was such that on the floor of the building, that's where we had the verification desks, which was being manned by our staff and in the presence of all agents of all presidential candidates. And on the dais, we had different segmentations. We had a section for media. We had a section reserved for our staff, particularly the returning officers. As they come, there was a section reserved for them. We had a section for the presidential candidates and their teams. And we had a section where diplomats and observers could sit.
And the tallying center, where was it?
It's in the Bomas.
Where? What side? How far from there? From the plenary hall of Bomas?
The tally center is at the floor of that building.
Where? In the same place? In the open place? Where was the actual tallying being done? You understand what tallying is?
I told you the tallying was being done on the floor of that building, where the auditorium of that building, in an open environment.
The tallying?
Yes.
So there was no other room where the tallying, there was no other inside room, secure room for doing the tallying?
No.
The technical team of IBC, was it, doing the tallying?
All the tallying that was happening on the floor of that building.
Professor, you know you're under oath. Fine. Give us, on 15th of August, the meeting at 3 a.m. when you say 3 people came to see you, 3 a.m. In your affidavit, you are mentioning, of course, the 4 commissioners. Is your memory correct? Are you sure Commissioner Nyang'aya was present that day at 3 a.m. in the morning?
As far as I recall, all commissioners were there.
No, I'm asking you. Was Commissioner Nyang'aya present? Because all these things, one day we'll know the truth. I'm just asking you. Do you, from your own recollection, do you remember Commissioner Nyang'aya sitting at 3 a.m. with you in that place?
All I can recall is all commissioners were present.
I'm asking you a specific question, Nyang'aya, because at the right time, I mean, we'll know where he was, we'll have call logs and everything else where he was. So I'm asking again, do you remember Commissioner Nyang'aya sitting with you at 3 a.m. in the morning? I'm asking Commissioner Nyang'aya, not all commissioners. Was Commissioner Nyang'aya with you at 3 a.m. in the morning? Is it a yes or no, Professor?
And I'm saying, as far as I am recalling, I think he was there.
Okay. That's good. So, are you able to recollect the words that each commissioner said at 3 a.m. after this visit by the visitors?
No, I cannot recollect all of them, other than what I've stated in my affidavit.
Are you sure Commissioner Irene Masit spoke at 3 a.m.? Did you hear what she said? Did she speak?
As far as I recall, what I have heard is what is in my affidavit.
You haven't said anything there, but I'm saying, you're just saying the common position of the 4 commissioners, but I'm asking you specifically. Did you hear Commissioner Irene Masit speaking at 3 a.m.?
The 4 commissioners, one of them was Commissioner Irene.
Did you hear Commissioner? You know, let's not be wasted, Professor. You know, we're here to speak the truth, and one day we'll know the truth. And I'm asking you, did Commissioner Irene Masit speak at 3 a.m. in the morning?
Yes.
Okay. Did you take minutes, Professor?